Good Shabbos. This is Ephraim Mordechai from Mali Ephraim in the Jordan Valley. I want to share a couple of teachings today from the Kedushas Levi on this week's Parsha Emor. The Parsha begins by saying, "And the Lord said to Moses, Speak to the Kohanim, the sons of Aaron, and say to them, Let none of you defile himself for a dead person among his people." So the question that the Kedushas Levi raises is, why is there an additional phrase, "and say to them," after it says "speak to them," after the Torah says "speak to them"? That it would seem to be sufficient just to say "speak to them." And the Kedushas Levi explains that this added phrase of "say to them" is to emphasize the importance of speech, that the person needs to be careful how he or she speaks, because everything depends on a person's speech. And the Kedushas Levi explains there's two types of speech. There's frivolous speech that doesn't add holiness into the world and actually wastes time and is the opposite of holiness. And then there's speech that is commendable for commendable purposes or to increase holiness into this world. So example of that would be learning Torah, speaking about mitzvahs, and speaking about service of God. So the Kedushas Levi also explains that in Mishle, that there's a phrase that life and death are in the power of the tongue, that guarding one's speech is of pivotal importance in the service of God. So we're learning in this parsha, which is Emor, which is to speak, the importance of speech, that the whole world depends on our speech. Just like Hashem created the world with 10 utterances, our speech also has an effect on this world and the world above. So when we use our speech for positive reasons, it raises holiness. It's an elevation from below to above, and that generates more holiness into this world. So may we be blessed to always be careful of our speech and make sure that it is holy and adding holiness into this world. The second teaching from Kedushas Levi that I want to talk about briefly is in the phrase, "speak to the Kohanim, the sons of Aaron." The question is, why does it add the sons of Aaron, since we already know that the Kohanim are the sons of Aaron? It would seem, again, not necessary to add that. And here the Kedushas Levi adds something very interesting. And as a Kohen, it strikes me very deeply. And that is when Hashem says, "Speak to the Kohanim, the sons of Aaron," and then then the phrase is, this is in order to, he speaks to Aaron in order to teach him about holiness and how to sanctify Hashem, that it was important to add the term "sons of Aaron," because if the phrase "sons of Aaron" was not added, then the concern would be that the Kohanim would feel that they are more blessed and more favored to Hashem than all other Jews, and they could think that it was on their merit that they've been chosen to do this, to sanctify Hashem's name. But by adding "sons of Aaron," it's reminding the Kohanes that they, through their own actions, didn't merit to be chosen by God to sanctify His name. That it's solely by their lineage, through Aaron, that they were chosen. And it's because of Aaron's holiness that they were chosen to perform this to sanctify Hashem's name. So the importance of this is that in order to serve God, and bring greater lights into this world, our humility is critical. That if we think that we that we are so special, it has to come about from our own actions. That we can merit certain things through our lineage, but the point is that only goes so far. That it is up to us to bring holiness into this world through our actions. So may we all be blessed to have humility, to be humble, and to perform actions that increase our holiness in this world. Good Shabbos.